6 persons per kilometer square. So with the help of data obtained from population census, we can determine the population density of a given area of a given country. Now, let's look at the uses of a population data. Having obtained the data, what can we make use of it for? What importance are they to us? One, from the data we can know the birth rate or natality rate of a given country. We can also know the death rate or mortality rate. How many persons are being born into the country is what we refer to as birth rate or natality rate. And how many people die is what we refer to as death or mortality rate. We can also know the migration rate in the country, as well as the level of education in the country, because these are all informations that are provided as a result of conducting population census. We also can determine the age distribution. Do we have a high number of aged people in a country? Do we have high number of people who are within the working class age, or people who are within the dependent age? That is from 0 to about 15 years, and the working class age is from 16 to about 64 years, and 65 and above are the aged, and they are at times also considered as dependent people. So with the information or the data obtained from population census, this could be, determined, and also determine the occupation distribution, how many people are employed, how many people are unemployed, or how many are underemployed in the country. Gender distribution also. From the data, we can know the males, the number of males in the country. We can also know the number of females in the country. Now, there is an exercise here and a past question from a previous WAEC exams that we're going to consider here and try to solve them for better understanding. Now, number 1 says, the table below presents the population statistics of a country in 1980 and in 1996. Here's the table. We have here, which is 1980, 1996. A number of births in million, number of deaths in million, number of immigrants in million, and number of emigrants also in million, the total also in million. And in 1980, we only have a total of 56 million. And in 1996, we have number of births to be 48 million. We have number of deaths to be 12 million. Number of immigrants to be 10 million. And number of emigrants to be 4 million. And the total is 98 million. And now the question is, from the table, calculate the natural increase of the population in 1996. Number 2, it says, calculate the net migration within the period. Number 3, calculate the rate of growth of the population in 1996. Number 4, it says the population, or calculate the population of the country in 1996. And lastly, we have calculate the population of the country from 1980 to 1996. Now let's look at number 1. These are simple mathematical operations. All you need to know is the formula to calculate each of them. Number one, which says, let's look at solution. Let's calculate the natural increase in a population in 1996. A. Natural increase. A formula to calculate this is birth rate minus death rate. That will give you the natural increase in 1996 according to the question. Now, birth rate minus death rate, that will give us the natural increase. From the question in 1996, the birth rate is 48 million. Remember, everything is in million. 48 million. And the death rate is 12 million. So, if you subtract 12 from 48, you have 36 million. That is the natural increase in a population in 1996. The next one says, calculate the net migration. The net migration within the period. Net migration is given by the formula immigrants minus emigrants. Immigrants are people moving into a country, while emigrants are people moving out of the country. So from the question, we have that immigrants are 10 million. We are looking at the net migration. Net migration, we said, is given by immigrants minus emigrants. That will be 10 minus 4 million. The next question is, what is the rate of population growth in 1996? And the rate of population growth is value given as R, which equals to natural increase plus net migration. Natural increase plus net migration. This is the net migration. So if you add the natural increase from here is 36 million, and the net migration is 6 million. If you add 36 plus 6 million, you have 42 million. Remember, everything is in million. Now, the next question says, what is the population of the country in 1996? The population of the country in 1996, you add up the population in 1980 and then add the net migration and the natural migration or the natural increase. If you put all of them together, you will get the population of the country in 1996. So let's go on. The population in 1980 is 56 million from the question. Population of the country in 1996. That will be equals to population in 1980 plus natural increase plus net migration. The population in 1980, according to the question, is 56 million. 56 million. And the natural migration, which we worked out, is 6 million. 6 million.